Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. Happy Mother's Day to one and all. We're going to continue with our Pine Tar Baseball Great Teams League, and we have another best of 7 matchup. We have a couple of new teams we've cut, and it will be the 1974 World Series champions Oakland Athletics taking on the 1986 World Series champions New York Metropolitans. On the mound for the Mets at home is Dwight Gooden. On the mound for the A's on the road, Glenn Abbott. Starting lineups, and then let's roll some baseball. For the visiting Oakland Athletics, World Series champions of 1974, Billy North will lead things off and play center field. Batting second, playing shortstop, Bert Campaneris. Reggie Jackson is in right. He'll bat third. Sal Bando is the cleanup hitter. He'll play third. Joe Rudy's at first base and will bat fifth. Gene Tennis behind the plate, batting sixth. Claudel Washington's out in left field, batting seventh. And Dick Green will play second and bat eighth. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, is Glenn Abbott. For the New York Mets of 1986 World Series champions, Lenny Dykstra leads things off in center, followed by Wally Backman, who will play second base. Keith Hernandez plays first and bats third. Darryl Strawberry's out in right and will bat fourth. Behind the plate is Gary Carter, batting fifth. Mookie Wilson's in left, batting sixth. Kevin Mitchell's at third base, batting seventh. Rafael Santana will play short, bat eighth. Dwight Gooden is up on the bump, and he will bat ninth. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. So here we go. Dwight Gooden at home starts off as an A-plus pitcher the first two times through the lineup, and then an A the rest of the game. Glenn Abbott gets the start on the road because he is a road warrior. A-plus all the way through the game. Maximum innings pitched, 5, so you might be able to get 5 or 6 out of him. Possibly 7. Gooden's max innings pitched is 7. Again, he could possibly go the distance if he pitches well. So here we go to lead things off. Billy North. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat lefty. Against right-handed pitching, he reaches 0 through 35. Gooden picks up the sign from Carter. Here's the pitch to Billy North. And that's going to be a 47. 47 for Billy North. Big swing and a miss. So Gooden starts off the game with a strikeout of Billy North. 1 out for the A's. Fans loving that at Shea. And here comes a Bert Campaneris. Don't pitch him inside. He might throw the bat at you like he did in the 1972 playoff game against the Tigers. So Campy, right-handed batter, reaches safely against right-handed pitching 0 through 34. The pitch from the dock. Gooden fires in a 50, and that is an automatic. Oh no, a 50 is a ground ball to first. Hernandez has it, takes it to the bag himself. 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down. And now bring up Reginald Martinez Jackson. Reggie Jackson, right fielder. A left-handed batter against right-handed pitching, reaches safely 0 through 38. Looking for a big mighty cut here. Carter goes through the signs. Gooden nods his head. The leg kick and the pitch to Jackson. That is a 1. That is a 0-2. And that ball is gone. Reggie Jackson has just crushed that ball down the right field line. And it is out of here at Shea. 0-2 is a bippity-boppity boom. And the fans are in shock as Reginald Martinez Jackson strides around the bases, shoulder down. He comes to the plate. He is greeted by Sal Bando and Joe Rudy coming out to the on-deck circle. So 1-0 A's on Boom to the Moon by Reggie Jackson. So Reggie Jackson homers. And it's 1-0 Oakland. Gooden and the Mets thought they were going to have a 1-2-3 inning. Jackson had other ideas. I'll bring up Sal Bando. Will they go back-to-back jacks? The A's third baseman, right-handed batter, reaches safely 0 through 37. Gooden regroups the windup and the pitch to Bando. That's a 5, and that's going to be a 76. Bando will hit this ball out to right. Strawberry, drifting back, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the A's strike first on the Reggie Jackson home run. We go to the bottom of the first, 1-0 A's. Due up for the Mets, Dykstra, Backman, and Hernandez. If anyone gets on, Darryl Strawberry. And here comes Glenn Abbott, the road warrior, with a 1-run lead as he finishes his warm-up tosses. He's ready for the bottom of the first. Lenny Dykstra digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Abbott, right-handed pitcher. Dykstra reaches safely 0 through 37. Abbott deals to Nails. That's a 0-2, and Lenny Dykstra hits a gap shot, and that's going to rattle around. He's going to have a leadoff triple on the 0-2. So Lenny Dykstra triples, and here come the Mets. Flat slider. That's a 3-bagger for Dykstra, and Mets fans loving it here at Shea. So Dykstra's at third. No outs. Infield will play normal. Here's Wally Backman. Backman, right-handed batting second baseman, reaches safely 0 through 37. Tennis sets the target. The pitch to Wally Backman, that's a 3, so that's going to be a 63. 63, ground ball to short. 63, ground ball to short. Dykstra will not be able to score. 1 through 5, he holds at third. And Backman is retired. 6-3, nice play by Campaneris. Quickly looking back, contact play was not on, so 1 out. Dykstra at third, 1-0 A's, and here comes Keith Hernandez, left-handed batting first baseman, reaches safely 0 through 40. Can Hernandez tie this game up? Abbott nods his head, the leg kick and the pitch to Keith Hernandez. That's a 5, and that's a 0-3, and Hernandez will single to left, 1-1. So Keith Hernandez sits back on the breaking pitch, goes the other way on the 0-3. Actually, that's a double, excuse me. That is a double down the left field line. So Hernandez doubles. Trotting in from third, tying the game is Dykstra. And we're knotted at 1. Mets have the go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out. The road warrior, Glenn Abbott, not doing so bueno. His A-plus rating has not come into play yet. So Hernandez at second base, 1 out, and here comes Darryl Strawberry. On deck, Gary Carter. Strawberry, left-handed batter, reaches safely 0 through 39. Abbott's got to bear down here. Tennis pounds the mitt, sets the target, the pitch to Strawberry. That's a 3, and that's going to be a 79. Strawberry swings, sends it out to right field. Making the catch is Jackson. Hernandez, second base, will hold. He's not going to tag up, only 0 through 45. Oh, he might actually take the shot there, though. He's out on 77, 88, and 99. Anything else, 45 and under, he tags. Anything above, which is not 77, 88, or 99, he holds. He's going to tag up here. And it's a 49, so he holds. He bluffs. 2 outs. Hernandez will be off on contact. And here comes the catcher, Gary Carter. 1-1 ball game. Carter trying to give the Mets the lead. Abbott nods his head. The pitch to Carter. That's a 6, so it's going to be a 44. A 44 is a rare play. We're not playing with injuries, and we're not playing with ejections. I will roll, and as long as it's nothing strange, we'll go ahead and do it. So a 44, it only can happen one time a game. And that's a 78. A 78. Runner on. Left-handed pitcher picks off the runner if the bases are loaded. Or the pitcher is right-handed. The result is 2 balls. So 2 balls, no strikes. We do it again. Carter with the green light. Hernandez takes his lead from second. The pitch from Abbott. That's a 20. And Gary Carter, single, but it's a derivative of 10. So a single A-plus pitcher turns into a strikeout. So Carter whiffs, foul tip held on by Tennis. As again, that's a 20 on the Carter card. It's a single, but Abbott gets the start on the road because he's an A-plus pitcher as long as he is in the game, and that turns into a strikeout, and that keeps the game knotted at 1. So the Mets come back in the bottom of the first and tie it up. We go to the top of the second, 1-1. Carter just missed his pitch. Foul tipped it. Tennis held on. Dwight Gooden comes back up on the mound. He gave up the home run to Jackson with 2 outs. A's had a brief 1-0 lead. Mets tied it on the Hernandez double, knocking in Dykstra from third. Due up in the top of the second for the 74 A's, Rudy, Tennis, and Washington to face the doctor, Dwight Gooden. Here comes Joe Rudy. Right-handed batter playing first base, reaches safely 0 through 33. Gooden's ready to work. He deals to Joe Rudy. 43 to Joe Rudy, and that is a swing and a miss. He chases the high heat. Second strikeout, for Gooden. 1 out, and here comes Gene Tennis. Tennis behind the plate. Right-handed batter reaches safely 0 through 36. Carter goes through the signs. Gooden nods his head, the leg kick and the pitch to Tennis. 52 to Gino, and that's a strikeout. Paints the inside corner. Tennis doesn't like the call, but that's the 3rd strikeout for Gooden. Actually, Gooden has automatic strikeouts on 55 and 77. Glenn Abbott has an automatic walk on 77. So 2 outs, base is empty, but this is where Gooden got in trouble in the top of the first, and when Jackson hit a homer. And here comes Claudell Washington. Washington playing left field. Left-handed batter reaches safely 0 through 31. Gooden wanting the 1-2-3 inning. The windup and the pitch to Claudell Washington. It's going to be a 40, derivative of 10. 40 is a strikeout, and that will stay a strikeout, and Gooden strikes out the side. What a job by Dwight Gooden. The fans give him a standing ovation here at Shea. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-1. So Gooden strikes out Rudy, Tennis, and Washington, and the A's are done. Abbott comes back out on the mound for the Oakland Athletics. At the ballpark, we have Steelers fan 1933 and Mark Johnson. Hope all is well. Happy Mother's Day. So here comes Mookie Wilson, followed by Mitchell and Santana. 1-1 ball game. Mookie Wilson, switch hitter. He'll bat lefty. He reaches safely 0 through 34 against right-handed pitching. Abbott's ready to work. The pitch to Mookie Wilson. A 1, and that's a 0-6. And Mookie Wilson will find a gap. Right center field. And that's going to be a leadoff double. Abbott has really not fooled anybody. And the Mets are threatening once again to take this lead. 1-1 leadoff double by Mookie Wilson. Now bring up Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell playing third base, right-handed batter. 0 through 32. He reaches safely against right-handed pitching. Abbott peeks over his shoulder, looks in at Tennis. He's ready to work. The windup and the pitch to Kevin Mitchell. 6. And Mitchell crushes this ball. And that is deep to center field, racing back, looking up. It is gone. Billy North just watches it go bippity-boppity-boom. And it is 3-1 Mets. Kevin Mitchell. as Howard Johnson was a late scratch after I looked at his horrific error rating at third. So that is a 0-1, not a derivative of 5. That is a homer to center, and it is a crush shot by Kevin Mitchell. A 2-run homer by Kevin Mitchell. And it is 3-1 Mets, as the Mets fans explode here at Shea. Now bring up the number 9 batter, Rafael Santana. Santana, weak hitting shortstop. He does reach safely, though, 0 through 24. A's get some bullpen action up. Again, the A-plus has only come in once. It did save a ribby for the A's. The pitch to Santana from Abbott. That's a 6. Unbelievable. 0-0. And that's going to be a double. A-plus, though. 0-0 does count as a derivative of 5. Double A-plus turns into a walk. So Santana walks. So Santana, you don't want to walk the number 8 batter before the pitcher. Santana walks, and that'll bring up Dwight Gooden. Gooden will sacrifice here. 0 through 89. Here's the pitch. He squares the bunt. It's a 73. It is a successful bunt. I have to flip the chart. So it is an odd roll. Rudy fields it and throws to Dick Green on the wheel play. Advancing to second is Santana. So that goes 3-4. Sack, bunt. 1 out. Santana is at second. And here comes Nails. Lenny Dykstra. He tripled and then scored on the 1-out double by Hernandez. 3-1 Mets. The pitch to Dykstra. Santana at second. And that's going to be an 80 to Lenny Dykstra. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Jackson will make the catch. Santana is at second. There's 2 outs. And a ball hit to right field, 0 through 45. He is safe on the tag up to third. He's going to go. It's a 68. He holds. A good strong throw by Jackson. So 2 outs. Santana will be off on contact. And here's the Mets second baseman, Wally Backman. He grounded out to Campaneris. 3-1 Mets. The pitch to Backman from Abbott. That's a 5. That's a 37. And that's going to be a walk. First base is not occupied, so it is a walk. And it's going to be first and second. A's bullpen starting to warm up a little quicker now. And here's Keith Hernandez. He's 1 for 1. He doubled in a run in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, 2 on, 3-1 Mets. Tennis goes out to have a word with Abbott. Now back behind the plate. Squats down, sets the target. The pitch to Keith Hernandez. That's a 4. It's going to be an 86. Fly ball center field. Camping and waiting to make the catch is Billy North, and the side is retired. But the big blast to dead center by Kevin Mitchell. It was a 2-run bippity-boppity boom. Gives the Mets a 3-1 lead. So the Mets take the lead on the home run by Kevin Mitchell. Due up for the A's, who trail by 2. Green, Abbott in the top of the order, Billy North. Gooden struck out the side in the top of the second. He struck out 4 in the game. And here comes Dick Green, weak hitting second baseman, reaches safely 0 through 27. Gooden goes right at Green. That's a 51. 51. Ground ball to second. Up with it is Backman. He throws to Hernandez. 1 out. Gooden jammed Green. And here comes Glenn Abbott. He's almost an automatic out. 0 or a 1. Here's the pitch. That's a 6. That's a 45. And that is a swing and a miss. Choking up on the bat. Still no match for Dwight Gooden. That's K number 5 for the doctor. Oops. Top of the order now. Top of the order. As Mark Jones says, Abbott is struggling. I know. He's an A-plus pitcher. That's why we pitched him on the road. Just not getting the rolls for him. North was a strikeout victim. Gooden looking to strike out 2 out of 3 in this inning. The pitch to Billy North. Gooden fires up 0-2, and that's a double. So Billy North jumps all over that fastball, shoots it down the right field line, and will go racing into second. The throw not in time, so Billy North doubles, and here come the A's with 2 outs, trying to mount a 2-out rally. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Bert Campaneris. Campaneris grounded out to Hernandez at first. Campy choking up on the bat. Gooden nods his head. Carter sets the target. The pitch to Campy. 76. Fly ball out to Strawberry and right. He comes in, makes the catch, and the side is retired. North is stranded at second base. So the 2-out double doesn't hurt. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-1, 86 Mets. Due up for the Mets, Strawberry, Carter, and Mookie Wilson. Abbott has given up 1 run in the first, 2 runs in the second. Here comes Strawberry, left-handed batter, reaches safely, as we already know, 0 through 39. The pitch to the straw man. Abbott's going to go with some soft stuff. And that's going to be a 79. Out in front of it, flying out to shallow right, and Reggie Jackson is Strawberry. So Strawberry flies out to Jackson for a second time. He is 0 for 2. Here's Gary Carter, the Mets catcher. He was a strikeout victim. That ended the threat in the bottom of the first. Carter looking to tee it high and let it fly. Awaits the Abbott offering. Pitch homeward bound. 4. That's a 23. A 23 is a walk. First base is not occupied, so it is a walk. If it was occupied, it would be 2 balls, no strikes with an A-plus pitcher. Or an A or a B. So Carter at first, 1 out. Left fielder for the Mets, Mookie Wilson. He doubled and scored on the 2-run blast by Mitchell. Mitchell on deck. Abbott hoping for a double play ball. As Green and Campy pinch the middle. Here's the pitch to Mookie Wilson. 54. Ground ball to first. Runner at first. They're not going to be able to turn 2. They will get the lead runner. So there'll be 2 outs. Wilson reaches on the fielder's choice. 3-6. Carter is out. The relay throw not in time to get the speedy Mookie Wilson. So there's 2 outs. Mookie Wilson at first, and that will bring up Kevin Mitchell. He hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the second. On deck is Santana. Will they pitch to Mitchell or decide to walk Mitchell and pitch to the weak-hitting Santana? They're going to intentionally walk Mitchell, and that will advance Mookie Wilson to second. So that's an intentional walk. So it's first and second, and here's Santana. And they're going to intentionally walk Santana. They're going to load up the bases to face Dwight Gooden. Unorthodox move here by the A's. Gooden reaches safely 0 through 9. Boy, this is an insult to Dwight Gooden's hitting. Will he make Abbott and the A's pay? 2 intentional walks to load the bases. Here's the pitch to Dr. K. Dwight Gooden. That's a 6, and it's going to work. That's a 75. Gooden hits the ball hard to center. Billy North comes racing in. He makes the catch on the sinking line drive, and the side is retired. So they walk the bases loaded to get Dwight Gooden. And it worked. First time the A's put up a goose egg with Abbott on the mound. We go to the top of the 4th, 3-1. Mets. Boy, if that didn't work, the A's manager would have heard about that. So 3-1 Mets, top of the 4th. Due up for the A's, Jackson, who homered in his first plate appearance, Bando, who flew out to right, and Rudy, who struck out. A's down 3-1. Here's Reggie Martinez Jackson. Let's see if Gooden tries to get him with a breaking pitch. Carter sets a target. The pitch to Jackson. That's a 6. That's going to be a 39. And that's going to be a fielding check. Red and white die will determine the fielder, the blue die, if it's an error. 19 and a 1. It's going to be an error. So 19, the ball is hit hard at Hernandez. He boots the ball. Hernandez, error charge rating. He's an E2. Wow, he's an E2. So that's an unlucky roll and a tough error on Keith Hernandez. So an E3 as Hernandez makes a diving attempt and the ball pops out of his glove, rolls into foul territory, and Jackson beats it out, and that's a tough error on Keith Hernandez. So Jackson on first. Tying run comes to plate and Sal Bando. Bando flew out to Strawberry. Jackson takes a slight lead. Gooden looks over. Hernandez holding him on, still upset with himself not making the play. Here's the pitch to Bando. 68. Bando. Hard hit ball to third. Runner on first. 68. Runner on first. 68. They will not turn 2. They do get the lead runner in Jackson. Jackson goes in hard and upends Backman. So Jackson is out, and that goes 5-4. Fielder's choice. Bando's at first. Jackson went in really hard and took out Wally Backman to break up that double play. Backman not too happy with it. Jackson doesn't care. And here comes Joe Rudy. Rudy was a strikeout victim back in the top of the second when Gooden struck out Rudy, Tennis, and Washington to retire the side. Rudy digs in the right-hander's batter's box. 3-1 Mets. The pitch from Gooden to Rudy. The Doc, 87. Fly ball center field. That's going to be out number 2. Making the catch is Nails, Lenny Dykstra. Retreating back to first is Bando. So 2 outs. Bando will be off on contact. And here comes Gene Tennis. He too was a strikeout victim. Yeah. Gooden has struck out 5. The pitch to Tennis. Gooden fires in. 73. Tennis hits a shot to third. Mitchell is up with it. Fires to Hernandez. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still 3-1 Mets. Due up for the Mets, top of the order, Dykstra, Backman, and Hernandez. A's bullpen continues to loosen. Lenny Dykstra, this is the 3rd time through the order, so it's a change in the pitching grade, except Abbott's an A-plus pitcher all the way through the game. A-plus the first 2 times through the order on the road, and A-plus the rest of the game. So 3-1 Mets. Dykstra's 1 for 2. He's tripled and scored and flown out to Jackson and right. Abbott's ready to work. He rocks and deals to Lenny Dykstra. That's a 5. So that's going to be a 35 to Dykstra. And that's a walk. So Lenny Dykstra works. Oh, but it's a derivative. It's a derivative of 5. And a walk and an A-plus pitcher turns into a strikeout. So he strikes. There's the second time where the A-plus grade comes in to help Abbott and the A's. He strikes out Lenny Dykstra. 1 down. That'll bring up Wally Backman. Backman is 0 for 1. He's grounded to short and walked. Tennis wiggles the fingers. A quick nod of the head from Abbott. The pitch to Wally Backman. 4. So that's going to be a 29. That's a single. So Backman singles to right field. Backman slaps the ball the other way. Breaking pitches are really not fooling any of these Mets batters. So a 1-out single for Backman. Backman at first, and here's Keith Hernandez. Hernandez has doubled in a run and flown out to north and center. He's 1 for 2. A's hoping for a double play ball off the bat of Hernandez. The pitch to Keith Hernandez. 33. 33 to Hernandez. That's a walk, but first base is occupied. A-plus pitcher, 2 balls, no strikes. We do it again. The windup and the pitch from Abbott. 28, and that's a walk. So Abbott having all kinds of trouble here. Second time if you roll a walk with an A-plus pitcher, it is a walk. 1 out. Backman advances to second. Hernandez at first. 3-1 Mets. They're knocking on the door again to bring in some more runs. And here comes Darryl Strawberry. He has twice flown out to his counterpart, Reggie Jackson in right. Abbott needs a double play ball here. The pitch to Strawberry. Abbott tries to jam him. 31, and that is a walk, except first base is occupied. 2-0 count. Tennis pounds the mitt, sets the target, imploring Abbott to hit it. Pitch homeward bound to Strawberry. 57. Ground ball. No, strikeout. Excuse me, strikeout. They needed that in the worst way. Breaking pitch. Strawberry gets rung up. Can't pull the trigger. Again, that is a 57. Strawberry strikes out 41 through 62. So Strawberry's out. 2 outs, 2 on. Abbott trying to wiggle out of this one. Down 3-1, the A's. And here comes Gary Carter on deck. Mookie Wilson. Carter is struck out and walked. The pitch to the Mets catcher. That's a 1. And that's an 84. Abbott fires in the pitch. That's a fly ball to center field. Billy North going back to his right, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Abbott wiggles out of it, including 2 strikeouts. We go to the top of the 5th, 3-1 Mets. Due up for the A's, who trail by 2. Bottom third of the order, Washington, Green, and Abbott. You might see a pinch hitter for Abbott if they get some runners on. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Wrong team, Al. They don't belong behind the A's. It's right here. All right, here we go. Washington 0 for 1. He struck out against Gooden. Gooden has struck out 5. Gooden's ready to work. The windup and the pitch to Claudell Washington. And that's going to be a 77, and that is a swing and a miss. That's an automatic strikeout on the Gooden card. Washington goes down via the K, as he has hit nothing but air in his at-bats. 0 for 2 and 2 strikeouts. 6 Ks for Gooden. Mets fans putting up the Ks. Here comes Dick Green. Green grounded to second. Gooden works quickly to the weak-hitting A's second baseman. And that's a 13 for Green. And that is a single. So Dick Green choking up on the bat, jumps on the first pitch fastball. And that is a single to right. A little late on the pitch. Goes the other way. So Green singles. We're in the top of the fifth. Abbott's only good for 5 innings. 3-1. Mets. Leon Hooten would come in. He's got 2 automatic walks. He's good for 1. We're going to kill our bullpen. We actually have Herb Washington, the pinch runner, which is cool. Alou. You know what? Abbott sacrifice hit chance 0 through. Again, the American League pitchers at a total disadvantage here. As we play the pitchers hit in the National League Park, American League Park, there's a DH. Abbott's going to swing away. Probably going to be the 7th strikeout victim for Gooden. Here's the pitch to Abbott from Gooden. That's a 1. That's a 0-8. And that is a strikeout. Mighty cut by Abbott. Had we had anyone else up, you're on base. That's strikeout number 7. I thought about pinch hitting for Abbott, but we would kill our bullpen. So 3-1, Green at first with 2 outs to be off on contact. Top of the order, Billy North. North has struck out and doubled. He's 1 for 2. North awaits the doctor's offering. The pitch from Gooden. 83, so North swings, sends the ball to center field. Dykstra pads his thigh and makes the snap catch, and the side is retired. North is now 1 for 3. Bottom of 5th, 3-1 Mets. Game 1, best of 7. Pine Tar Great Teams League. Great team set. Due up for the Mets to face Glenn Abbott, Wilson, Mitchell, and Santana. Yeah, Mark Jones. This might be a little too early for the bullpen. Yep. I thought about it, but I have my rotation set up for the road, but I got to get him through 6, and then I got the guys who can for the next 3 innings. 3-1 Mets, thanks to the 2-run homer by Kevin Mitchell back in the 2nd after the game was 1-1 after 1. Wilson is 1 for 2. He's doubled and scored. He scored on the Mitchell homer and reached on a fielder's choice. The pitch to Mookie Wilson from Glenn Abbott. That's a 4, and that's going to be a 44. We already had the rare play, so a 44 off the Mookie Wilson card is a strikeout. Got him on the breaking pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Tennis applies the tag. That is the 4th strikeout for Abbott. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, here comes Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell has homered. It was a 2-run homer and was intentionally walked. The pitch to Kevin Mitchell. Abbott tosses up a 52. And that's a strikeout as Mitchell way out in front of the breaking pitch. 2 up, 2 down via the K. Now Abbott looking to strike out the side. Moni G is here at the ballpark. And here's the weak hitting Rafael Santana. Santana has walked twice. Once, an intentional walk, when we walked the bases loaded to get to Gooden. The pitch to Rafael. 5-38. Swing and a miss. Chases the fastball high and away. Abbott strikes out the side. Abbott now has 6 strikeouts through 5 innings. So Abbott is settled in nicely. Wiggled his way out of some other messes after the first 2 innings. We go to the top of the 6th, still 3-1 Mets. So he's given up 3 runs. And I think we have to take him out now. I just want to double check the rule on the sheet. Starter allows 2 or less runs. Yep, so he's done. So we got him through 5. We wanted to get him through 6. He is done. He's given up 3 runs. So he is done. He struck out 6. We go to the top of the 6th. 3-1 Mets due up for the A's, trailing by 2. Campaneris, Jackson, and Bando to face Dwight Gooden. And who's going to come in? We're going to go with Paul Lindblad. He's a lefty. 2 innings he can go out of the pen. And he's an A-plus pitcher on the road or at home. We still have a shot at winning this game if you're the A's. So I don't know if we're going to do a double switch. Probably not. But we have Paul Lindblad ready. Hope all is well, Moni G. Here's Campaneris 0 for 2. He's grounded to first and flown to right. Gooden nods his head. Carter sets the target. The pitch to Campy. 86 to Campaneris. Campaneris will fly out to Dykstra in center. 1 down. So Campaneris 0 for 3. 1 out top of the 6th. And here comes Reggie Jackson. He is homered and reached on the Hernandez era. He is 1 for 2. Gooden nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Jackson. 62 to Jackson. Ground ball to Backman. Backman knocks it down, picks it up, plenty of time, throws to Hernandez, 2 down. So bases are empty with 2 outs. Striding to the plate, the A's third baseman, Sal Bando. Bando is 0 for 2. He's flown to right and reached on a fielder's choice when Jackson broke up the double play by annihilating Backman at second. The pitch to Bando. 93. Bando sends this ball to left. Going back at the track, reaching up and making the catch for the final out is Mookie Wilson. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. We go to the bottom of 6. 3-1 Mets. And we have a new pitcher. The new pitcher will be Paul Lindblad. So Glenn Abbott went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs. They were all earned. And he struck out 6. And here comes Paul Lindblad. Let's go with the green pen. Paul Lindblad is a left-handed thrower. Good for 2 innings, A+ for 2 innings. If he goes 2 innings, he's not eligible for tomorrow for game 2 whenever we play it. If he goes an inning and 2/3, he is. If you pitch 3 days in a row, 3 games in a row, unless there's an off day, you have to rest 1 day. All right, here's Paul Lindblad. So Abbott did a decent job. 3 runs, 5 innings. We would have liked to get him through 6. We couldn't, and we would have liked less than 3 runs. And it's Lindblad's job to hold it to a 2-run deficit and hope the A's can rally. He will face Dykstra, Backman, and Hernandez, the top of the order. Lefty-lefty matchup. Lindblad deals to Dykstra. Dykstra is 1 for 3. He's tripled and scored, flown to right and struck out. 2, that is a 0-5 for Lenny Dykstra. Lefty-lefty matchup, 0-5, and that is a single, but it's a derivative of 5. So that's going to be a strikeout. So Lindblad strikes out Lenny Dykstra with his A+ rating, and the second time Nails goes down via the K. Actually, Gooden should have been up, and that's a strikeout. My faux pas. It's Gooden, Dykstra, and then Backman. So that's a 0-5. A 0-5 is a single, turns into a strikeout anyway. So Gooden strikes out. Now Lenny Dykstra's up. Sometimes I make a mistake because the pitcher's card is over here. I should put a blank card there to remind me. So now Dykstra's up with 1 out. The pitch to Nails from Lindblad, lefty-lefty matchup. 5. That's going to be a 74. Dykstra will fly out to Jackson in right. So there's 2 outs. For the Mets, I'll bring up Wally Backman. 3-1 Mets, bottom of the 6th. Lindblad in relief for Glenn Abbott. He's gotten the first 2 Metropolitans out. Backman is 1 for 2. He's grounded to short, walked, and single. Lindblad nods his head. Tennis sets a target. The pitch to Wally Backman. 38. That's going to be a field range rating. Red and white die will determine the fielder, the blue die if it's an error. 26. Ground ball to second base. Second baseman is green. He's an E. Error chance 4. It's a 4. It's an error. So Backman reaches on the error by his counterpart green. A's not helping themselves here. So that's an E4. Backman at first. 2 outs. And here comes Keith Hernandez. Hernandez has doubled in a run, flown to center, and walked. He is 1 for 2. Backman takes his lead. Lindblad looks over. The windup and the pitch to Hernandez. 3-1 Mets, bottom of the 6th. 12. That's a 12. And against a lefty, that's a single. So Hernandez picks up his second hit, and that is a single as he pulls the ball to right. Even number. Backman's a moderate runner. He's going to go first to third. So here come the Mets, and the A's once again in some 2-out trouble. Hernandez at first, Backman at third, and here comes Darryl Strawberry. Lefty-lefty matchup. The Straw Man is 0 for 3. He's flown out twice to Jackson and struck out. Lindblad has to bear down here. The pitch to Strawberry, 3-1 lead for the Mets. That's a 1. That's a 20. It's derivative of 5. A 20 is a single, but you go A+. That is a strikeout. So Lindblad strikes out Strawberry. Second time he's gone down via the K with runners on the corner. Lindblad strikes out 2. And the Mets strand 2. We go to the top of the 7th still. 3-1. At the ballpark is William Fergazzi. Hope all is well. Happy Mother's Day to everyone in the chat. So the A's have put up goose eggs since the 2nd. 3-1 though, Mets. Gooden comes back out for the 7th inning. He's only given up 1 run, and at this point, he can well, as long as he looks like he can go 8 here. So right now it looks like he'll be able to go 8, and then he'll turn it over to the bullpen because he has given up 1 run. If it was a shutout, he could keep going. Or he's still under, and as soon as someone gets on, you have to go to the bullpen. I think that's how that works. All right, so it's Rudy, Tennis, and Washington to face Gooden. 3-1 Mets. Top of the 7th. Joe Rudy is 0 for 2. He struck out and flown to center. Gooden's ready. He rocks and deals to Joe Rudy. That's an 88. Negative defense table, 88. So an 88. Rudy hits the ball to left field. If the left fielder has a negative rating, it will drop in for a hit. Wilson has a positive rating. He will make the catch. Positive and neutral. The play is made. Negative rating. It is a base hit. So a nice diving catch by Willie Wilson robs Joe Rudy of his first hit. And Rudy kicks the dirt. It was a great catch by Mookie Wilson. Sinking line drive. tailing away from him. Wilson outstretched, makes the snare. 1 out. Sean Shiflett is at the ballpark hopeball as well. And here's Gene Tennis. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded to third. Gooden's ready. The windup and the pitch to Tennis. 37 to Gino. And this will be a fielding range check. Red-white die will determine the fielder. Blue die if it's an error. So that's a 78 and a 0. It's an error. Who boots it? 78. Ball's hit to left field. And Mookie Wilson will boot the ball after making the great diving catch. The ball ticks off his glove. And Tennis will be at first. Mookie Wilson is an error chance 5. And we rolled a 0. So that is an E7. Tying run will come to the plate in Claudel, Washington. 1 out, 1 on. Gooden looking for a K here. Claudel is 0 for 2, and he struck out twice. Claudel looking for revenge. The pitch from the dock. Gooden fires in. And 89, Claudel Washington swings, sends it to center field. Going back a bit. Making the catch is Dykstra. Retreating back to first is Tennis. So 2 outs. Tennis will be off on contact. And here comes the weak-hitting Dick Green. Lindblad on deck, so you know we're going to pinch hit for him. Time is getting short. The A's will... Who can come in and play second after, though? Kubiak, Ted Kubiak, and he is error chance 2, but poor range. That's not. We'll take that. Coming in to pinch hit for Dick Green, so Ted Kubiak will come in to play second. Probably go double switch here if he gets on. Jesus Alou reaches safely 0 through 25. Jim Holt against right 0 through 33. Angel Mangual 0 through 25. It's going to be Jim Holt. He only batted .234, but against right-handed pitching. 0 through 27. That still stinks. What's Green? 0 through 27. I need someone. We have anyone who lefty. Deron Johnson. 0 through 22. He has a home run 0, 0, 1, and 0, 2. We really don't have a lot of good options here, folks. I mean, it's the same. Dick Green will hit for himself. Green will hit for himself. He has singled. He's 1 for 2. On deck is the pitcher, Paul Lindblad. So another moment of truth for Dick Green. The bench not too bueno. 2 outs. Runner at first. 3-1 Mets. Tying run at the plate in Green. He needs a 0-0 to be a homer, but Gooden's now an A pitcher. He moves from an A+ to an A. Third time through the lineup. Didn't come into play yet anyway. Here's the pitch to Dick Green. 5, and that's going to end the inning, 67. So Green makes contact, grounds it to third. Up with it is Mitchell. He throws to Keith Hernandez, and the side is retired. Go to the bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Mets. So Lindblad will pitch his 2 innings here and not be eligible for game 2. They'll face Carter, Wilson, and Kevin Mitchell here in the bottom of 7th. 3-1 lead for the Mets. As William Fergazzi says, sadly, drugs kept both Gooden and Strawberry from having a Hall of Fame career. Yeah, it didn't help them, that's for sure. All right, Lindblad deals to Carter. Carter is 0 for 2. He has walked. He struck out and flown to center. The pitch to Gary Carter from Paul Lindblad. 95. Fly ball to left. Out number 1, making the catch is Claudell Washington. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Now bring up Mookie Wilson, who made a great play and then let one tick off his glove for an error. 1 out, no one on. The pitch to Mookie. Lindblad fires in a 71. Wilson, late on the swing, goes to right field. And that'll be out number 2 as Jackson comes in to make the catch. So, 2 outs. Again, Lindblad can go 2 innings. And then he is not eligible for game 2. Kevin Mitchell has right now the game-winning hit, the 2-run homer in the bottom of the 2nd, which made it a 3-1 game. He is 1 for 2. He is the 2-run homer, an intentional walk, and a strikeout. Against left-handed pitching, reaches safely 0 through 35. The pitch to Mitchell. Lindblad tosses one up. 39. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, and the side is retired. Third strikeout for Lindblad. We go to the top of the 8th, still 3-1 Mets. So the A's hiccups in the first 2 innings, that's going to be what could cost him the game. Then Abbott settled in. He wiggled out of a couple of jams, and the bullpen has put up 2 scoreless innings. Lindblad is done. And now they'll go to Leon Houghton, most likely, for the bottom of the 8th. And we have a pinch hitter for Lindblad, as he will not hit. So Lindblad goes 2 innings, no runs, and he struck out 3. Struck out 3. A's pitching has struck out 9. Gooden has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Gooden struck out 7 himself. The pinch hitter for Lindblad is going to be Jim Holt. They'll send up the lefty Jim Holt to pinch hit for Paul Lindblad. So pinch hitter is Holt in the 8th. On deck is Billy North. Mitchell struck out. So Jim Holt will pinch hit. Top of the 8th. A's trail by 2. The pitch from Gooden to Holt. 3. 49 to Holt. 49. Ground ball to first. Hernandez has it. Tosses to Gooden, who steps on the bag. 1 out. So Holt is retired. Top of the order, Billy North. North is 1 for 3. Struck out, doubled, and flown to center. The windup and the pitch from Gooden. 5. That's a 0-9. Billy North, 0-9. That's a single. So Billy North smacks the fastball to center. Sinking line drive drops in front of Dykstra. So North is now 2 for 4. Oops. Tying run comes to the plate in Bert Campaneris. Campy, 0 for 3. Grounded to first, flew out to right and center. The pitch from Gooden to Campaneris. 87 off the Campaneris cards. Fly ball center field. Dykstra coming in. He makes the catch, 2 down. Retreating back to first is Billy North. And here is Reginald Martinez Jackson representing the tying run at the plate. Jackson has knocked in the only run for the A's, a home run in the top of the first with 2 outs. He reached on an error by Hernandez and then grounded to Backman at second, who knocked the ball down and threw to Hernandez. So he is 1 for 3. Jackson awaits the Gooden offering. Gooden nods his head. The pitch to Reggie Jackson. 39 to Reginald Martinez Jackson. 39, and that's going to be a fielding check. 85, the ball is hit to the center fielder, and Dykstra, it's a 2, and again the low roll will cause Dykstra to make the error. Dykstra makes the error, quickly racing around second base into third with 2 outs, runners advance 2 bases, is Billy North. So an error by Lenny Dykstra as he nonchalants it. North goes first to third with 2 outs. And Jackson reaches for the second time on an error by a Metropolitan. The first time by Keith Hernandez at first, and now it's Nails in center. So first and third. And here comes Sal Bando. And the Mets might go to their bullpen here. Doug Sisk at home is an A-plus pitcher. I never liked Doug Sisk when he pitched for the Mets. He was frightening. He walked way too many people. And he has automatic walks on 55 and 77. They're going to let Gooden try to pitch out of this. They're going to let Gooden try to pitch out of this. This will, if he gives up a run, this will be his last inning of work. Top of the 8th. 2 outs, first and third for the A's. Carter and the pitching coach leave the mound. Gooden stays in. Bando, 0 for 3. He did reach on a fielder's choice. Gooden's ready. The windup and the pitch is Sal Bando. 5-95. Bando swings. Fly ball to left. Back at the track. Reaching up. Making the catch is Mookie Wilson. Bando just missed his pitch. And the side is retired. The A's strand 2. The error by Dykstra doesn't hurt. And Mets fans ready to hang Lenny Dykstra in effigy decide not to. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-1 Mets. And the way I'm playing it is Gooden can try for the complete game. If he gives up a run, any type of base runner, he comes out of the game. We need a new pitcher, and it will be... We might go to Raleigh Fingers. We're going to go to Raleigh Fingers and try to keep it a 2-run deficit. I was going to go to Leon Hooten. He's an A. Because there's not going to be 3 games in a row because we have a travel day. We're going to go to Raleigh Fingers and try to keep it a 2-run deficit. So Fingers an A-grade pitcher, and he's automatic strikeouts on 55 and 77. And we need a new color. We'll go gray. So Raleigh Fingers will come in to pitch the top of the 8th. Try to keep it, like I said, a 2-run deficit. So we have used Jim Holt, who didn't do anything for us. So let's go North. Jackson. Bando made the last out as he flew out to left, and Mookie Wilson. Due up for the Mets, Santana, Gooden, and Dykstra. 3-1 Metropolitans. Fingers on the mound. He's a right-handed thrower. Santana has walked twice, once intentional, and struck out, so he's 0 for 1. The pitch to Rafael Santana from Mr. Mustache. Raleigh Fingers, that's a 1. That's going to be a 46. Ground ball, second base. Green has it. Over to Rudy, 1 out. Here comes Dwight Gooden. Fingers works quickly to his counterpart, Gooden. 40 for Dwight Gooden. That's a 40. Ground ball to second. Rinse and repeat. Green to Rudy. 2 down. So 2 ground balls to second. They're playing Pepper with Dick Green. That'll bring up the top of the order. Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra has tripled and scored. He's flown out to right twice and struck out and made a horrible error that didn't cost the Mets a run in the top of the 8th. The pitch to Nails. Fingers fires in a 97 to Dykstra. Line shot, a step and a dive by Rudy, and he makes the play, robbing extra bases down the line. So 1, 2, 3. Go the Mets in the bottom of the 8th. What a great play by Joe Rudy at first. We go to the top of the 9th. Gooden looking for the complete game. He is up 3-1. If he gives up a base runner, he is out of the game. Now let's just take a look at our defense here for the Mets. Backman is an E7 at second. We might want to get him out. See if we have anyone who can play second better than an E7. Tim Tuffle's an E7. Jesus. Yeah, no, we don't. So Backman stays in. Backman stays in. Hello, D. Scott Howard. So Backman. Alrighty. Gooden looking for the complete game. He's going to face Rudy, Tennis, and Washington. If it comes back to Dick Green, definitely going to pinch hit for him. So here's Joe Rudy. Rudy is hitless against Gooden. 0 for 3. Struck out, flown to center, and flown to left. Gooden's ready, looking for the complete game. The windup and the pitch to Joe Rudy. And Joe Rudy, 0-0. That is a home run. Gooden is an A pitcher now, so that's going to be a single. So Joe Rudy rips a single. That's, again, where the pitching grade comes in. And that's it for Dwight Gooden, as Rudy rips a line shot to center field. So Joe Rudy singles. Tying run will come to the plate. And that's it for Dwight Gooden. So Gooden goes 8 innings. Responsible for Rudy at first. He's only given up 1 run, but again, he's responsible for Rudy at first. The 1 run, a home run by Jackson in the top of the first. Gooden struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gooden struck out 7. Oakland Athletics on the 1974 team. All right, so Gooden's done. We're not going to Doug Sisk because those automatic walks. It will be Roger McDowell. Tennis is a righty. Washington, Green. So it's going to be Roger McDowell looking for the save here. Good for 2 innings. He's an A-plus pitcher at home. D on the road, so you want to use him at home. Here is Roger McDowell. Trying to close things off for the Mets. Rudy at first. With the single to lead off the top of the 9th. And here comes Geno Tennis. Tennis, the A's catcher, got struck out, grounded to third, and reached on an error by Mookie Wilson. McDowell has a word with Carter. Carter back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. The pitch to Gene Tennis. Tying run at the plate. That's a 3. That's a 47. Righty-righty matchup. 47. Swing and a miss. Tennis with a mighty swing. Trying to tie it up. He hits nothing but air. 1 out. Mets 2 outs away from taking Game 1, best of 7. Fans at Shea clapping. And here's Claudel Washington. Washington had little success against Dr. K. Gooden struck him out twice, and Washington flew out to Dykstra. McDowell, he's ready. The windup and the pitch to Washington. 51. Swing and a miss! He misses the fastball. 2 more strikeouts. Dick Green comes to the plate, and they will, again, he reaches 0 through 27. He represents a tying run. And I think we're going to go with $25, $22. We're going to go with Angel Mangual, or Angel. Reaches 0 through 25 as a home run, 0-0. We really need the 0-1 for the homer, or the 0-2. So Angel Mangual, or Mangual. Can't remember how they pronounce. I have his baseball cards too. Can't remember how they pronounced it. If it was Angel or Angel. So Dick Green will be lifted for Mangual. Green actually reaches 0 through 27, but we're looking for that 0-1 or 0-2. That ties the game. So here's the pinch hitter for Dick Green, Mangual. 2 outs. Tennis at first. Mangual strides to the plate. So the A's send their second pinch hitter up. Holt grounded to first back in the 7th. McDowell looking to strike out the side. Angel Mangual reaches safely 0 through 25, but he wants that 0-1 or 0-2 roll. McDowell nods his head. Carter sets the target. Rudy takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Oh, my Lord. 0-7, and that will be a double. Mangual hits a shot to 0-7 to center, and he beats Dykstra. It's going to be off the wall. 0-7. And Rudy will be held up because it's an odd roll. He can't try to score. Let's just double check the rule on that. I believe on an odd roll, it has to be an even roll. Yep, so it's second and third. So Mangual comes through. McDowell does not strike out his 3 batters. Rudy's the responsibility of Gooden. He's at third. The tying run, the pinch hitter Mangual, is at second. And the go-ahead run, as Raleigh Fingers will not bat. A's go to their bench once again. (3-1) Mets. They're 1 out away from taking Game 1, best of 7. Pine Tar Greats team set. Do we go to Duran Johnson, 0 through 22? Jesus Alud, 0 through 25. No homers, though we don't need the homer now. So we're going to go the 0 through 25. Herb Washington, the pinch runner. Mangual is So Herb Washington's going to come in and pinch run for Angel Miguel. And that's all he did for the A's. He pinch ran. I have his card. It's pretty cool. And he's fast, so he's going to score on anything. So pinch runner. Pinch runner. And he was a sprinter. I think he was an Olympic sprinter. Or collegiate sprinter. Is Washington. Herb Washington. So the pinch runner is Herb Washington. He's at second. He represents the tying run. And Jesus Alud will come in to pinch hit for Rollie Fingers. Two outs. Second and third, tying run at second, and the speedy pinch runner Herb Washington. And Jesus Alud strides to the plate. Righty-righty matchup with McDowell. McDowell struck out the first two after Rudy singled off Gooden. Gooden was lifted for McDowell. 2 strikeouts, and then, with 2 outs, a pinch hit double by Angel Miguel. Pinch runner Herb Washington comes in. So it's up to Jesus Alud. Can he do it? McDowell takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest, the high leg kick, and the pitch to Alou. It is a 0-4, and Alou singles, unbelievable! Alou singles, not a derivative of 5, so Rudy comes racing home from third. It's a 0-4, it's even. That ball is hit to left field. They're sending the speedy Herb Washington. He will score, but we get a chance to throw him out at the plate. Making the charge and trying to put the throw is the Mookie Wilson. He has a weak arm. We're going to have a tie game. Wilson needs a 0-5 or under. Here's the throw by Mookie Wilson. And it's a 71, and we have a tie game. So Jesus Alud ties it up. The A's pinch hitters come through in the clutch. Unbelievable. It's 3-3. McDowell blows the save. Jesus Alud singles, knocks in 2 runs. Rudy and the pinch runner, Washington. It is 3-3 to the shock of the fans here at Shea. Let's go like that. Top of the order, Billy North. North is 2 for 4. McDowell struck out his first 2 batters, and then the wheels on the bus came off. The pitch to Billy North from Roger McDowell, now trying to take it to the bottom of the 9th, tied. That's a 35, Billy North 35, hit by pitch, but McDowell is an A-plus pitcher. What a turn of events here. Hit by pitch, strikeout, and the side is retired, but it's 1 batter too late. McDowell does strike out the side, but he gives up a double and a single. Unbelievable. We go to the bottom of the 9th, knotted at 3. Rollie Fingers is done. We pinch hit for him. So Fingers went 1 inning. Limbault gave up no runs. Fingers gave up no runs. Didn't strike out any. Gooden will get a no decision. He gave up 2 runs. He was responsible for Rudy. McDowell blows a save. He gives up 1 run, but his day's not done yet. All right, we have to do some. We need someone to play second. Washington's out. Washington pinch ran. Okay, Washington's out. Mangual was out already. We need someone to play second. And it's going to be, we already have him, Ted Kubiak. Poor range, but a good glove. Error chances a 2. So Ted Kubiak will play second. Three, bottom of the ninth. What a comeback by the A's. Kubiak will play second. Error chance 2. He is a negative fielder, so he has poor range, and he's a moderate runner. So Kubiak will play second, and he bats after Claudel Washington. Okay, that's good. Jesus Alou pinch hit. He's out of the game. No double switches here. Billy North made the last out. Campy leads off if we go to the top of the 10th. Unbelievable game here. Unbelievable game. That is wild. Strikes out the side and gives up the 2 runs. All right, we need a pitcher. So Fingers, he's done. And we're going to go to Leon Houghton. He's an A grade on the road. Only good for 1 inning. Oh, we're going to blow our bullpen. Well, you got to try to win it. Yeah, we got to go to Houghton. Actually, then we can go to Blue Moon Odom, but he's got a lot of automatic walks. We're going to go to Houghton first for 1 inning. We should probably go to Blue Moon Odom. Leon Houghton's a righty. You got Backman, Hernandez, Strawberry. Backman 0 through 23 against lefties. Hernandez hits good against either one. Pretty close. Strawberry, there's the big difference there. Odom is a lefty, right? I believe Blue Moon. Nope, he's a righty. Doesn't matter. Do we have a... So we're going to go Leon Houghton. He has automatic walks on 55 and 77. Odom has more automatic walks. Both A-grade pitchers in relief. Houghton's only good for 1 inning. So Leon Houghton. And yet we need another color pen. Bottom of the 9th. Knotted at 3. What a ball game, folks. What a ball game. So here is Leon Houghton. A-grade pitcher, good for an inning, right-handed thrower, automatic walks 55 and 77. And here's Wally Backman. Backman 1 for 4. The pitch to Backman. 95. Backman will fly out to left field. Making the catch is Claudel Washington. Extras 2 outs away. I'll bring up Keith Hernandez. Hernandez has doubled in a run and singled. He is 2 for 3. He's also walked and flown out to center. 3-3 ball game. Hernandez digs in. Houghton nods his head. He rocks and deals to Hernandez. That's a 20. Derivative of 5. Single. A-grade pitcher, though. Single. I believe that's going to be a walk, and it is. So it's a walk. Winning run at first, and Keith Hernandez. He is a slow runner. They're not going to take... Oh, would they? I don't think they would take him out. I don't think they would. Now I'll bring up Strawberry. Can Strawberry win it? He's 0 for 4. He's flown out twice to Jackson and struck out twice. The Straw Man awaits the Houghton offering. The windup and the pitch to Strawberry. 3-3 ball game. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Winning run at first in Hernandez. 2. That's an 87. Fly ball, center field. North is there. He makes the catch. Retreating back to first is Hernandez. 2 down. Extra innings, 1 out away. And I'll bring up Gary Carter. The Mets catcher is 0 for 3. He has walked. He's also struck out. Carter looking to grip and rip. Hernandez will be off on contact. Tennis wiggles the fingers. Hooten nods his head. The pitch to Gary Carter. 30. Carter hit by pitch, but again, A grade. Hit by pitch. Strikeout! So Gary Carter strikes out as the A grade turns the hit by pitch into a swing and a miss. Batta batta. We go to the top of the 10th, knotted at 3. And now we're going to lose some of the photos here, but that's what we have to do. We have prepared for extra innings, my friend. So some of the photos will be lost. We go to the 10th, knotted at 3, as we expand the scoreboard. McDowell will pitch one more inning. Due up for the A's in the top of the 10th. What color's McDowell? Green. Campaneras, Jackson, and Bando, 3-3 ball game. Here's the pitch to Campy. 6, that's a 20. Campaneras, single, but a 20 with an A-plus pitcher. That's going to be a strikeout. So Campaneras goes down swinging. That's the 4th strikeout for McDowell. He will not, yes, 2 innings. So he won't be eligible in game 2. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson has hit a homer. 3-3 ball game. Top of the 10th. The pitch to Reggie. McDowell, that's a 3, and that's going to be a 75. Jackson will hit a one-hopper to third. Mitchell has it. Throws to Hernandez, 2 down. As D. Scott Howard says, bonus baseball. And Sal Bando strides to the plate. He is hitless. Can Bando go bippity-boppity-boom and give the A's a 4-3 lead? McDowell nods his head. He rocks and deals to Bando. That's a 1, so that's going to be a 67. Bando hits the ball to Mitchell. Rinse and repeat. Mitchell throws to Hernandez. The side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. Had they done that, had McDowell done that in the top of the 9th, the Mets would have won 3-1. Instead, the Mets need to push 1 run across in the bottom of the 10th to take a 4-3 victory in Game 1. Hooten can only pitch 1 inning, though he retired. He didn't give up anything. He gave up a walk. But he can only pitch 1 inning. So we're going to play it that way. So it's going to be Blue Moon Odom. Coming out of the pen. He's a B grade, actually. He's not an A grade. He's a B grade. But though he can go 3 innings, so actually, if he goes the third, he's not going to go 3 innings, though. Hamilton. Hamilton is a B, and he's a lefty. Wilson, Mitchell, Santana. He can go 2 innings. Knowles. No, we're going to go Blue Moon Odom. So Blue Moon Odom will come in. This will be the 5th. This will be the 5th pitcher for the A's. Blue Moon Odom. He's a right-handed thrower. He has automatic walks, 55 through 60 and 77. That's going to probably come back and bite the A's. So Hooten pitched 1 inning, scoreless. And he struck out 1. Bottom of the 10th. 3-3 ball game. It's up to Odom to take it to the top of the 11th. 2 up for the Mets, trying to push one across and win game 1 in extras. Wilson, Mitchell, and Santana. Here's the pitch to the Mets left fielder, Mookie Wilson. 2. That's a 77. It already comes back to haunt the A's. That's an automatic walk. What would have been an out is an automatic walk. Winning run at first in the speedy Mookie Wilson. Wilson, stolen base chance 77. Tennis, minus 7 arms, so it's a 70. Mookie Wilson's going to go. And it's a 49. He is safe. So Mookie Wilson steals second base. Winning run at second. Stolen base for Mookie Wilson. And here's Kevin Mitchell. They'll walk Mitchell to set up the double play ball. So Mitchell will be intentionally walked. And here's Rafael Santana. Santana will be called back. And it looks like Danny Heap will grab a bat. Against righties, reaches 0 through 37. Ray Knight 0 through 30. So Danny Heap, the left-handed bat, will come off the bench to try to win it here for the Mets. Danny Heap will pinch hit for Rafael Santana. Santana's out of the game. And God forbid they go to the 11th, because Elster will play short, and his error rating is awful. Oh, it's not that bad, E5. Actually, Lee Mazzilli, 0 through 45. I might have to rethink this. Lee Mazzilli will pinch hit. Switch hitter. He'll bat lefty. And against righties, so Lee Mazzilli will pinch hit. It's Mazzilli who comes out of the dugout. Chance to win it. First and second, no outs. Mazzilli to pinch hit for Santana. Mazzilli was the draw for the Mets in the late 70s and early 80s. Left the Mets and came back to be on the 86 World Series team. He had a pinch hit to keep Game 6 alive. I remember when he got the hit, I was said, that's okay, I like Lee. I wish he never got the hit. So here's the pinch hitter, Lee Mazzilli, in the 10th. Winning run, Mookie Wilson at second. Mitchell's at first. It doesn't matter. They'd like to turn 2. Mazzilli at the plate. Switch hitter batting lefty. Odom has a word with Tennis. Tennis back behind the plate. Squats down. The pitch to Mazzilli. 0-9 to Mazzilli. That's a single. So Mazzilli singles 0-9. Is a single to center. So Mazzilli singles. Wilson is a fast runner. He's at second. He's going to try to score. The ball's hit to center field. Here, this is the game, folks. Billy North has a weak arm. He puts the charge on. He needs a 0 through 5. Here's a throw from North. Here comes Mookie Wilson. He got him! Holy cow! He got him! It's a 0-1. Billy North throws a strike. Tennis blocks the plate, and Wilson is out. Mookie Wilson is out. Unbelievable. We needed a 0 to 0-5, and it's a 0-1. Holy cow, what a throw. Mookie Wilson is out. Mets fans are in shock. He never touches the plate. What a quick release by Billy North from center, not known for his arm. It was quick and accurate. Tennis blocked the plate. None shall pass. Mitchell is at second. Mazzilli thought he had the game-winning pinch hit. Wilson is out 8-2. Holy cow. What a throw by Billy North. Moderate runner, he holds at second. So first and second, Odom dodges one bullet. Holy cow, unbelievable. Now it's up to, they'll send up another pinch hitter. And it's going to be Danny Heap. Danny Heap will pinch hit for McDowell. So Danny Heap, the winning run is Mitchell. At second, Mitchell's a moderate runner. So here comes Heap to pinch hit in the 10th. Mets might, do we have a fast runner for Mitchell? No. So Mitchell, the winning run at second. Unbelievable. Mookie Wilson throw. Yep, hot dog. Yep. Moni G says hot. I thought the game is over. Mookie Wilson is thrown out at the plate by a weak-armed Billy North in center. We roll a 0-1. All right. Mazzilli at first. That means nothing. Mitchell at second. That's the game-winning run. Here's Danny Heap, left-handed batter, reaches safely 0 through 37. Odom trying to get out of this mess. He's been bad. Here's the pitch from Blue Moon Odom to Danny Heap. Winning run at second, Kevin Mitchell. That's a 5. That's going to be a 56. And that is a walk. Oh, my God. Bases are loaded. Infield will have to play in. Let me check the infield in rule because I'm a little confused on this. Kurt did send me an email on it. So the infield's in and Odom's done. We're taking him out. I knew I shouldn't have brought him in. Infield in. Okay, if it goes to that, we'll read the rule. I got it set right here. Okay, so Blue Moon Odom is done. He retires one batter only because North throws out Mookie Wilson, the winning run at the plate. Mitchell is at third. Mazzilli's at second. Heap is at first. Top of the order, Lenny Dykstra. 3-3 ball game. The reprieve from the governor, a.k.a. Billy North throwing out Wilson, could come to an end really soon. And now they're going to go with Dave Hamilton. He has automatic walks 55 and 77, but it's a few less. And he's a B grade pitcher on the road. He's a lefty, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup to Dykstra. Here comes Dave Hamilton. Mets looking to win it here. 1 out, bases juiced, infield in. 6th pitcher. Pitched a third of an inning. He's in line to lose the game, Blue Moon Odom. And here comes Dave Hamilton. What a game 1 here, best of 7. Hamilton's done with his warm-up tosses. Tennis goes back behind the plate after a quick chat. He sets the defense and squats down. Dykstra trying to win it here. Lefty matchup. The pitch to Lenny Dykstra. Will Nails win it? That's a 6. That's a 22. 22. It's going to be a hit unless it's hit to a positive fielder. We roll the red and white die to see where the ball's hit. 16. That ball is hit out to right field. Jackson is not a positive fielder. He comes racing in. He makes a dive at it. And it's a base hit, and the ball game is over. Lenny Dykstra singles to right, scoring. From third is Mitchell, and the ball game is over. The Mets win on the walk-off single by Lenny Dykstra, a sinking line drive. Jackson made a diving attempt. He doesn't make the catch, and the ball game is over. So that was a 16. That ball's hit to right. We need a positive fielder to rob the hit. And Jackson is a neutral fielder. And if it's neutral or negative, it drops in for the hit. Ball game is over. What a game. What a game. Dykstra picks up his second hit, and it's a game-winning RBI. Wow. The Mets win 4-3 in a thriller. The A's come back with 2 in the top of the 9th with 2 outs, only to lose. And in Blue Moon, the pitch, he walked. It was bad. The walks killed them in the 10th. North keeps the game alive when he throws out Mookie Wilson. We have to roll between a 0-0 and a 0-5, and we rolled a 0-1. Tennis tagged out Wilson at the plate. Unbelievable game. Okay, so the loss goes to Odom. The win goes to McDowell, who blew the save. So he blows the save, but gets the win. Gooden went 8 innings, 2 runs. They were earned, struck out 7. McDowell went 2 innings, 1 run. It was earned. And he struck out 4. He gets the win. He will not be eligible to pitch in Game 2. So there you have it. 4-3 Mets. Wow, what a great game. In 10. Game 1 goes to the Mets. They hold serve, I guess we'll say. After the A's battled back with 2 runs with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. That is a great game. And I didn't scream and didn't wake up Nurse Teresa. So Game 1 goes to the Mets. Hope everyone enjoyed it. A little late night, early evening baseball. It would look like it was going to be a short one until extra innings. All right, thank you very much. Happy Mother's Day. God bless. Stay safe. Be smart. We'll get through this coronavirus together. Love you all. Peace.